Well, we're here at Ronsway for quite an interesting arrival. It's something you don't often see in the Isle of Man. Hercules is coming in from Guernsey. Let's have a look at some of the pictures of it arriving just a few minutes ago. In fact, this should have been in yesterday, but due to some sort of incident on the runway or whatever down in Guernsey, the flight got delayed until today. Now, what's on board? Well, with me is Eric here from PokerStars, and basically you've got a whole gambling unit. It's in boxes, admittedly, but it's what was Full Tilt.
Yeah, what we've done is we've taken over some equipment from Full Tilt Poker, which we obtained the assets of in an agreement with the U.S. Department of Justice this summer, and we, through that agreement, committed to reopening the site in 90 days. So as a result, we have a lot of operations that have to happen very quickly. So we needed to get some computer equipment, about 30 tons worth, from Guernsey to the Isle of Man, most of which is computer equipment, racks and such. Some of which are several meters high and can't be carried through normal aircraft cargo. So in order to be most efficient, we hired Hercules here to bring in the equipment.
The story, I mean, behind, with Full Tilt, and yourselves at one stage, you did run into some problems in America. Has that all been resolved now?
Yes, I'm happy to say we have resolved all of our issues with the U.S. Department of Justice, and it was a very great resolution for us. We were able to acquire the assets of Full Tilt Poker, which was one of our largest competitors. So we'll be able to grow as a result. We've, as I said, in addition to the assets, taken on a couple hundred staff, and so we're growing. Full Tilt Poker is growing. We think the poker community is certainly embracing it, and the business will come with that as well.
Because it's been based in Guernsey, and well, Alderney as such, it came under their supervision, and they withdrew their license when this all seemed to come to a head. Is the regulation here better, different, or what? I mean, what makes you want to be in the Isle of Man?
Oh, we're very happy to be here in the Isle of Man, and in fact, it was the regulatory regime here that brought us here, and it's one of the strictest, most stringent regulations that we find in the world. Most particularly, it protects the players, and that's one of the things that attracted us. It's one of the foundations of PokerStars business is ensuring that players are protected and can trust and have security on the site. So we're very happily applying to have Full Tilt Poker brought here. We're going through that process now, and we have every hope and expectation that that license will be approved, and then we can bring the Full Tilt Poker business to Isle of Man as well, and under its great regime.
Because it's been out of operation. I mean, we're just seeing a holding slide on their site at the minute saying they hope to be back in operation, well, now you, of course, in November. Is that doable to turn it around, get all this equipment in?
Well, getting this equipment is a big part of that. It's an awesome task. So within 90 days, we committed to reopening the site around the world and to repaying Full Tilt Poker players who have been waiting for their money for about 15 months. So it is a large task. I'm confident we can do it, and by November 6th, the site will be open. Players will be playing again, and they'll be able to access their funds.
I mean, you talk about 100 jobs. Will those be jobs here in the Isle of Man?
Well, the jobs that came with the Full Tilt Poker assets are based in Dublin, so we've got a couple of hundred people there. They are certainly hiring, and we're expecting growth. First thing we need to do is get the site open. Once we get the site open and having PokerStars and Full Tilt Poker both in the marketplace, we expect the entire online poker market to grow. As a result of that, we certainly hope and expect that there'll be growth for us, and growth hopefully means growth here on the Isle of Man. What we are doing is expanding our data center to accommodate all of this equipment. So at our data center with Manx Telecom, we're essentially doubling the amount of data warehousing that we have there, servers, computer equipment, and the like.
Because obviously people are fascinated, the Isle of Man has got the infrastructure you need and the fast broadband connections and the reversible connections, all this sort of thing. This is what is essential for your sort of business.
It really is, because we deal millions of hands of poker throughout every single day, and the data needs that requires to have a global e-commerce business, the Isle of Man is really ideally suited for that.